Hello, everyone. Welcome to CLAT Simplified. This is Siddharth Mehta, creator of CR Nuggets for Law Exam. So today I will be discussing the passage number 3 of English section, English section of CLAT 2021. So I have already discussed passage number 1 and passage number 2 of the actual CLAT exam. Today I will be doing passage number 3. So let me begin. This is the passage number 3, a very small passage. You can see it on your screen. You can stop the video. You can read the passage and then proceed. I will be discussing what are the key elements that you need to focus upon in this passage. All right, so let us begin. Now, if you have watched my previous two videos, you must be aware about the things that I ask you to focus on identifying what is the main idea of the passage. The main idea of the passage will have author's opinion on the topic. And the second is how is author organized his entire paragraph, his entire passage to arrive at the main idea. What is the organization of his thought? So let us see. Now, if you read the passage from the beginning, it says that 1 minute. Yeah. Since the worldwide inoculation process is going strong, vaccine diplomacy has become a hot topic. So he's saying that vaccine diplomacy has become a hot topic. Now, what is vaccine diplomacy? We may know in the next few lines. In their quest for ensuring vaccine security, a report by the New York Times based on the data on vaccine contracts compiled by this shows that advance purchases contracts made by some advanced countries for potential vaccines would vaccinate their population many times, right? So what it is saying is that many developed nations, they have purchased the vaccination that might vaccinate their population many times. Now, the things in yellow are the author's opinion on a particular thing, and that particular thing is they have purchased so many vaccines. What is author's opinion? The expectation that an early vaccination will bring back normalcy and required push to economic growth fueled by many advanced countries to engage in vaccine battle. Yeah, so this is what he is saying, that this has fueled vaccine battle. What has fueled the vaccine battle? That they believe that if we do vaccinations quickly, it will bring economic growth. So author is saying this has led to a vaccine battle kind of. The argument of public good and global cooperation have gone out of the window now. So author is saying that there is no global cooperation now. And this is important. While advanced countries have turned their back on the need of poor countries, India has displayed empathy to their needs. So author is saying that India is an exception. Now, these lines, if you have read, this tells what India is doing, why author has called India as empathetic. Then again, last few lines in yellow, they are again author's opinion. Entire thing from here, it was the description of what India is doing. Now, author says that India's approach not only reinforces the need of having coordinated global efforts in bringing COVID-19 under control. This response manifests India's unstinted commitment to global development and has consolidated its name in the world's pharmacy. The attitude of India has generated discussion in the richer countries about the necessity for more proactive measures. So basically, what author is saying is that there is vaccine diplomacy going around the world, wherein the developed nations have accumulated a lot of vaccines and they have turned their back on the poor nations. There is nothing called as global cooperation. And meanwhile, what India has done, despite being not a developed nation, they have shown empathy. India has shown empathy towards other poor countries, and author is saying that India is doing remarkably well and others should take the leaf out of India's book. So that is the main idea of the passage. Let us look at the questions. Which of the following describes the purpose of this passage? To encourage vaccine nationalism and discourage global cooperation. Obviously not the answer. This is opposite of what is being mentioned in the passage. Author is against vaccine nationalism and in favor of global cooperation. So this cannot be the answer. He has criticized the developed nations for not cooperating with the other nations. Answer is option number B, which is to discourage vaccine nationalism and encourage global cooperation. Author has appreciated India, that India, despite being not able to fulfill its own need of vaccinating its people, is exporting vaccines. So India in good light has been shown. So it is global cooperation done by India, which is being appreciated. C, to encourage poor countries and discourage advanced countries. Very vague. What do we mean by encourage poor countries and discourage advanced countries? There is no subject itself here. The main idea needs to have the subject. The subject is vaccine nationalism or vaccine. To encourage India to provide vaccine to poor nations. It is not to encourage India, it is to actually encourage the other countries to follow what India is doing. So again, this cannot be the answer. The term inoculation process as used in the passage means inoculation means injecting or vaccinating. So let us look at the option. Production and distribution of vaccines looks a decent enough choice, but actually inoculation does not mean, with reference to the passage and the way it is used. The subsequent part discuss about the distribution of the vaccine. So one is tempted to look at this option. Global struggles for vaccine. This doesn't fit since the worldwide global struggle for vaccine is going strong. Pharmaceutical production of vaccines, no. Artificially inducing immunity. This is the right choice because vaccination, actually what vaccination does is it induces artificial immunity towards something. So inoculation means vaccination, which means inducing artificial immunity. That's why answer is option number D, right? And A, for another reason, we don't know how production is going. The passage discusses about the distribution and not about the production of the vaccines. Next, advanced purchase contracts of vaccine by developed countries are premised on hopes that. So it's a very direct question that why advanced purchase contracts are being made in developed country, because it's directly given that they believe that this would give push to economic growth. That's the reason. Vaccination will restore normalcy and thrust economic recovery. Given. Vaccination will bring back powers to nation, not discussed in the passage. Vaccination will promote well-being and growth. Very tempting option because this looks a good choice, but not given in the passage. This is tempting because it will lead to global well-being, but this is not the answer. And perhaps, again, another thing to look at it, why will it be global well-being? They are doing it for their own country. So how will it lead to global well-being? So from that angle also, it is wrong. Vaccination will protect the health of the world population. Again, they are not bothered about world, they are bothered about their own nations, and that's why they have purchased it for their own nation. So answer is option number A. The author cautions that India's approach in vaccine distribution may have negative repercussions among. Now, it is given here that India's approach only reinforces. This word nevertheless means something opposite is being mentioned in a previous line. So in a democracy, one can expect the backlash of sending vaccines abroad without vaccinating its population. Nevertheless, India's approach is good. So what author is saying that because India is a democracy, they can expect backlash from the normal population, the normal public. They can say that without vaccinating our own people, why are vaccines being sent abroad? But author is saying, despite this, the approach is encouraging the global cooperation. So whose backlash they can fear? People from India. It's not from any other place. It's given in this particular line directly. Among sustainable development goals, the third goal reads ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Which of the following sentences from the passage reflects the reversal of this SDG? Excellent question, which test a situation has been given, a sort of, not situation, but a principle has been given that according to the third goal of SDG, it says that ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Which of the sentence is reverse of this? So a sentence which is not promoting, so a sentence which is not promoting well-being for all at all ages, we have to look or find out such sentence. The argument of public good and global cooperation have gone out of window. Definitely this is reversal of what is being asked, because it directly says that global cooperation is now thrown out of window. Next is advanced countries have turned their back on the need of poor countries. Again, something which is reversal of SDG goal. So without reading the third one, we can say all of the above is the answer, but I will always suggest to read all the three, because The third one may be absolutely wrong, and then we may have to decide which of the two of out of A and B is better. So let us look at C. The advance purchase contracts made by some countries for potential vaccine would vaccinate their population many times. Again, this also shows a kind of behavior which is not promoting well-being for all. It is promoting well-being for only people of their country. So all of the above is the right choice. That's it. Thank you. I hope you learned how to solve different type of questions, and you have watched my previous videos also. Keep watching this space. Soon after we cover the English passages, we will be starting with the logical reasoning passages. Thank you very much.